my boy Max Kellerman. Somebody saying you fell off. I know you didn't fall off, but let me listen. Let me be open-minded. Let me flip-flop.
What the hell happened to Max Kellerman?
Yeah, I had a feeling that.
What the hell happened to Max Kellerman? There was once a time early in my career where I was telling my parents, I want to be the Max Kellerman of MMA.
Oh, he's the best. He was the best.
He was a truth teller. Whether it was on, I followed this guy's entire career, read everything about him. Cable access, IMAX, the ESPN days, the HBO days, the Fox Sports days, everything. And I understand that he was, bought out by his deal. And I'm not going to talk about his personal deal because I hate when people talk and misspeak about mine. But what we know is he parted ways with ESPN. I think that's a very fair and accurate thing to say. And we know that he was brought back to be a part of this. And that's a big coup for them. To have a broadcast team call fights at the Apex where it's Joe Tessitore, Andre Ward, and Max Kellerman, that is an all-star team. That might be the best booth in boxing right now. That's an all-star team.
Facts.
There's a way to be appreciative about the opportunity. There's a way to hype it up without shilling and going over the top. When he starts the broadcast saying that he has literally been waiting for this moment his entire life, to have someone like Dana White come in and save boxing, it feels over the top. When he starts the main card.
Okay, hold on. Why is that over the top? Now, I've heard that Ariel doesn't like Dana White or he's hypercritical. I hope I'm wrong, but people say hypercritical, not even like fairly critical, like hypercritical. And the couple clips I've seen, I know that UFC has politics because Dana White is political in his own personal time, but he lets these fighters go everywhere. Just the last UFC, guy got in there and said Brittany Griner's a man and all this crazy stuff. Dana White just said, I don't like what he said, but he didn't censor him. He didn't take it off. He didn't cut his mic. I think Dana White there's not a better commissioner. There's not a better one. And I love me some Roger Goodell. And you don't like Roger Goodell, say what you want. When I was playing defensive end with 29 sacks, I got paid $40 million. Now, Joey Bosa with 29 sacks got paid $130 million. Thank you, Roger Goodell. So, UFC, I don't know they're paid because they keep that tucked. I don't know why. I would fight for that to come out. Everyone's going to benefit, but I digress. But why shouldn't Max be happy? Dana White did what he did with UFC. Paramount Plus just now, the first fight on there had 5 million viewers, up to like 7 million households. What? They killing it. You don't want him to get into boxing that's fractured and beat up? Boxing's a mess. Everybody got a promotions, blah, 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 promotions, blah, 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 promotions. And none of the belts matter. You got Bud Crawford, like, keep your belt. Matter of fact, keep your sport. I retired. You got it where Jake Paul got 2 of the biggest 5 fights of the century. You think that's good? So you don't want Max to go over the top, even if he did or did not, for Dana White? Huh? You really don't? Oh, you don't want your company to be invested in by Ben Horowitz? What?
Saying the same thing. He said the same thing twice. It feels over the top. When throughout the broadcast, he is continuously talking about TKO and Dana White and Nick Khan and all these people that he has close personal relationships with. Nick Khan was his agent. I get it. He's appreciative. That's his guy. I get it. The loyalty. I appreciate that. I get it. You can do that without going over the top.
Man, I hope before I die, y'all just be like, Wiley, thank you. So thank you. Not because I'm making you look at people different. I just want you to go around your day and just hear things different. Slow it down. You know how they always say in football, the game slows down. The green light goes off. That's what I want to do with this show. Just slow people down. Like, listen to what they're saying. What's their intention? Did they really say anything? Because a lot of times we all get mesmerized by the head nod. Yeah, he did mention Dana White too much. Why are you talking about Nick Khan? Because Nick Khan is a super agent / now running WWE that's killing it. WWE was in turbulence. Look at him now. In the transition from Vince McMahon. Come on, y'all. He ain't supposed to give flowers to Dana White, Nick Khan, Mark Shapiro, these guys. They are like doing it. And people think, oh, you're kissing their butt. So what if he is kissing their butt? They deserve it. Tom Brady deserves his butt kissed. If we ain't kissing Tom Brady, but who butt gets kissed?
Without sounding like a shill, without hurting your credibility. When you compare Callum Walsh to Roy Jones Jr., you are hurting your credibility. You just are. When you compare him to Roy Jones Jr. in the ring and he has to correct you and they're like, I'm a little more Joe Calzaghe, and then you kind of, double down on that, it makes you look like a shill.
Why? I understand what he's trying to say. He's like, no, that ain't Roy Jones. Even Roy Jones, like, I don't know about that. But guess what? Everybody has this, like, I have this example of who you are. I see what you're seeing, but I don't think it's that. How come it can't just be that? But see, once people have their own, like, I think this is fraternal. I think that Ariel is like outside the Dana White fraternity, and that fraternity is all the people in TKO and Zuffa boxing and what they're doing in Saudi Arabia, like with Turks. And it's like, now here we go again, Crips and Bloods. Like, I got to be so critical. Why are you comparing it to him? Because I think Max made his career, his name, off of saying stuff that people didn't see in the moment. Access, when he was doing cable access, Max was so smart because of his memory, but more importantly, he was calling stuff that you didn't even see yet. And then when it came to fruition, you're like, oh, genius, kind of like Romo, early Romo, right? So now you want him to stop that? Maybe he's not like that guy now, but maybe he'll play into it. I don't know, but is that bad? Is that damning?
When you're at the press conference and you're saying we wouldn't be here unless Turkey Al-Sheikh was born, it makes you look like a shill. Max,
I'm stopping you because, yeah, if he doesn't infuse billions of dollars into a dying sport, maybe the sport would die, and that's his favorite sport. Where else do you know that somebody who runs the Saudi Arabia General Fund, which is investing in sports and culture and entertainment around the world, especially the United States, is just a big boxing fan? Giving Floyd Mayweather cars and $1 million watches and all that. Like, the dude just loves boxing, and he's like, with all my money, which is way more than all y'all together, all y'all rich, I'm wealthy, and I'm wealthier than all the wealthy people you know together. Oh, by the way, I like boxing. Come on, man. Like, I don't get it.
Kellerman, I want you to understand, was the biggest truth teller in all of boxing. He weeded through all the BS. He never showed any kind of bias to any promoter. He was the guy who would get up there and give you a soliloquy on HBO Boxing and tell it to you like it is, to see this form of him. And now I know he works for a promoter, but you could still kind of be that guy and work for the promoter. You could still do that. This is over the top. This is over the top. And dare I say, unlistenable. He is insufferable on these broadcasts. Ward isn't. Tessitore isn't. None of them are. Molly Karam, Kriegel. I don't know why does he feel, guys, and if you don't want to weigh in, that's fine. Why does he feel like he has to go over the top like this? Why does the guy who was known to be the biggest truth teller of them all, the guy who pulled no punches, the guys who told it to you like it is, why is he doing this?
Blah, blah, blah. You ever listen to yourself? Like, watch film of yourself? Maybe he is still telling the truth. You say he's the biggest truth teller you ever known, and then all of a sudden now. Or maybe he's still telling the truth. You just disagree with it. You just don't see it that way. Who are you, a lie detector test? Was Don King going to save the sport? Go. Was Floyd Mayweather going to save the sport? Go. Was Oscar De La Hoya going to save the sport? Go. No shots at any of them. But their promotions, the sport was doing this. Put it like this. If you was on the airplane of UFC and you're on the airplane of boxing, how did those rides feel? UFC, you're like, whoa, whoa, smooth. Pasta warm nuts, please. Yes, I'll take 2. Mm-hmm. You in one of them like them British Airway planes that got 2 floors and your suite got like a bar in it. You in a boxing plane? Exhibition fights are bigger than main championship fights. What division are you in? What belt? Which one of the 8 belts you got? Come on, man. Don't hate your own. Maybe he's still telling the truth. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm on the outside. Like Nick was my agent, and all those. I love all them people, but to be in the real, dog, what they're doing works. They have the Midas touch. It's okay. And you know what helps you have the Midas touch? You have King Midas, right? Turkish, like he got that money and that interest. Who else was saving it? Ariel, just tell me. Just tell me. Ariel don't like today's sports. He like how it was yesterday. This ain't right, but this is funny. This is crazy. I don't know what this is.
Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. VINIA, not a powder, not a pill.
It's the Daily Chews 2X formula. And yeah, they taste good too.
It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe it's the verses.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so